Imagine a time when courage, exploration, and adventure defined a people. Yes, we're talking about the Vikings. These seafaring warriors from the cold north left an indelible mark, not just on the pages of history but on the very fabric of civilizations they touched. The Vikings, hailing from the rugged landscapes of Scandinavia, were much more than formidable warriors. They were explorers, traders, and settlers. Their longships, the dragon-headed vessels, sailed the treacherous seas, reaching lands far and wide, from the icy Arctic to the sun-baked deserts of the Middle East. Their maritime prowess, coupled with the spirit of exploration, led them to establish intricate trade routes connecting diverse cultures and economies. They brought with them not just goods, but also ideas, technologies, and a cultural exchange that shaped societies. And so the Viking era began, characterized by courage, exploration, and a thirst for adventure. The Vikings were not just warriors. They were also skilled seafarers and explorers. In the late 8th century, they embarked on a series of maritime expeditions that would take them across vast distances, extending their influence far beyond their Scandinavian homelands. Their sleek, sturdy longships served as their primary means of transportation, cutting through the waves with ease. These vessels allowed them to navigate both the open sea and shallow rivers, making them exceptional tools for exploration, trade, and warfare. Their journeys led them to explore and settle in a wide range of regions. To the east, they ventured as far as the Caspian Sea, establishing trade routes with the Byzantine Empire and Arab kingdoms. To the west, they reached the shores of Iceland, Greenland, and even North America, a full 5 centuries before Christopher Columbus. Their exploration wasn't just about finding new lands, but also about understanding the world. They were keen observers of their environment, noting astronomical phenomena, mapping coastlines, and documenting their travels in sagas and runestones. They used these observations to develop sophisticated navigational techniques, relying on the sun, stars, and even migratory birds to guide their way. In their travels, the Vikings encountered a multitude of cultures. They traded with them, fought with them, and sometimes intermingled with them, leaving their mark on the cultures they encountered. From Russia to Ireland, from Canada to Constantinople, the traces of Viking exploration can still be found today. Their explorations also shaped the political landscape of Europe. The Vikings founded the city of Dublin in Ireland, established the Duchy of Normandy in France, and even ruled over England for a time. Their influence extended as far as the Byzantine Empire, where they served as the emperor's personal bodyguard, known as the Varangian Guard. Indeed, the Vikings were explorers par excellence, leaving their mark on different parts of the world. Their journeys not only expanded their horizons but also shaped the course of history, and their legacy as explorers continues to inspire us today. Let's delve into the rich and fascinating culture of the Vikings. The Vikings were more than just seafaring warriors and explorers. Beyond their longships and battle axes, they possessed a vibrant culture filled with intricate artifacts and profound religious beliefs. Let's unravel the threads of this complex tapestry. Viking artifacts are evidence of a highly skilled and artistic people. From beautifully crafted jewelry adorned with intricate knotwork designs to the practical yet elegantly designed weapons and tools, every piece tells us a story about their daily life. These objects were not only functional but also served as status symbols, reflecting the wealth and power of their owners. The attention to detail and the artistry involved speak volumes about their craftsmanship and the importance they placed on aesthetics. The Vikings' love for storytelling is evident in their rune stones, which were used to immortalize their feats and ancestors. These stones, carved with runic inscriptions and often decorated with scenes from mythology, were a unique form of Viking self-expression. Religion held a significant place in Viking society. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, each with their own domain and characteristics. Odin, the Allfather, was the god of wisdom and war. Thor, with his mighty hammer Mjolnir, was the protector of mankind. Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, was also associated with war and death. These gods and others were worshipped in elaborate rituals and ceremonies, and their stories were passed down through generations in the form of sagas. The Vikings also believed in a complex afterlife. Valhalla was the hall where warriors who died bravely in battle were said to feast and fight until the end of days. But not all Vikings aspired to reach Valhalla. Some hoped for an afterlife in Folkvangr, Freya's field, or Hell. a realm ruled by the goddess of the same name. The Vikings' culture, as we see, was as rich and fascinating as their exploration conquests. No discussion about the Vikings can be complete without talking about their prowess as warriors. The Viking Age was a time of great upheaval and expansion, with these seafaring Norsemen making their mark on history as fearsome warriors. Known for their aggressive raiding tactics, the Vikings were a force to be reckoned with. Their military strategies were as vast as the seas they sailed, and their tools of warfare were as innovative as they were deadly. Their ferocity in battle was matched only by their strategic brilliance. The Vikings were experts at hit-and-run tactics, swiftly attacking their enemies before they had a chance to react, and then retreating just as quickly. This guerrilla-style warfare kept their enemies off balance, giving the Vikings the upper hand. Their weapons were a testament to their warrior culture. The Viking longsword, a symbol of power and status, was designed with a double-edged blade for maximum damage. Axes were another common weapon, favored for their versatility in battle. Shields were not just for defense, they were also used offensively in the heat of battle. But the Vikings were not just brute force. They also employed clever tactics like the shield wall formation, where warriors would stand side by side, shields interlocked, forming an almost impenetrable barrier against enemy attacks. This tactic showcased their unity and cooperation in the battlefield. Their warrior ethos extended beyond the battlefield, permeating their society and culture. The Viking sagas, ancient stories passed down through generations, often depicted tales of heroic warriors, underscoring the high regard for martial prowess in Viking society. The Viking warrior was more than a fighter. They were explorers, settlers, and traders. They were individuals who dared to venture into the unknown, driven by a thirst for conquest and glory. But they were also part of a complex society with its own beliefs, traditions, and values. The Vikings were not just explorers, but also formidable warriors, inspiring awe and fear alike. Their warrior spirit remains a significant part of their legacy, a testament to their indomitable will and resilience. It's a fascinating chapter in the annals of history, one that continues to captivate us even today. The Vikings have left an indelible mark on history. Let's reflect on their legacy. The Vikings, formidable seafarers from Scandinavia, carved out a legacy that continues to reverberate throughout the world today. Their exploration spirit, courage, and cultural depth touched every corner of the then-known world, from the icy landscapes of Greenland to the sun-soaked shores of the Mediterranean. They were not just raiders, as often depicted, but also explorers, traders, and settlers. Their maritime prowess enabled them to navigate vast and treacherous seas, establishing trade routes and communities in far-off lands. This exploration spirit has left an enduring legacy, paving the way for future seafaring nations and shaping our modern understanding of geography and navigation. Viking culture, too, has left a profound impact. From their intricate artistry, seen in their weaponry and jewelry, to their rich mythology filled with powerful deities and epic sagas, these elements have seeped into modern culture. Their language, Old Norse, has influenced the English language profoundly, with many words we use today having Viking roots. Viking warrior traditions, with their emphasis on bravery, honor, and skill in battle, have been romanticized and revered in modern times, inspiring countless books, movies, and series. The image of the Viking warrior armed with their iconic longship, helmet, and battle axe has become a symbol of courage and adventure. But perhaps the most significant part of the Viking legacy is their influence on the development of the regions they explored and settled. Their impact can be seen in the modern-day cultures and societies of places like England, Ireland, Russia, and North America, where they left a lasting imprint on language, law, and societal structures. The Vikings' legacy lives on, reminding us of a time when courage, exploration, and adventure defined a people. Understanding their history gives us a richer understanding of our own. The tales of Viking explorations, their vibrant culture, and their indomitable spirit continue to captivate us, offering a window into a fascinating period of human history. Our journey into the world of the Vikings ends here, but there's so much more to explore. Imagine the stories waiting to be unearthed, the mysteries hidden in the depths of history, the tales of valor and exploration that defined the Viking era. It's a vast, rich tapestry that continues to fascinate and inspire us, And it's not just the Vikings. There are countless other cultures and epics waiting to be discovered. So, if you've enjoyed this voyage into the past, why not join us for more? By subscribing to our channel, you're not just hitting a button. You're embarking on countless adventures, diving headfirst into the annals of history and becoming part of a community that values curiosity, learning, and discovery. So, what are you waiting for? Let's unravel the mysteries of the past together. Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, history is always waiting to tell its story.